Heidi Black Rose here. I decided against my other two videos, but this is the what films and TV series I am looking forward to returning between this year and next year. Okay, so what films I'm currently looking forward to are I'll go with films first. Aquaman, Mary Poppins Returns, Fantastic Beasts, still not sure I'm gonna see that yet. Not too sure what's out on DVD, to be honest with you guys. But why I'm looking forward to the two official films I mentioned, Fantastic Beasts, still deciding on if I'm gonna see it or not. But I am looking forward to see Aquaman because Jason Momoa's Aquaman and oh crikey, what's the girl's name who plays Mera? Oh, hang on, Amber Heard. I don't really know too much about Mera, other than the fact that she was in Justice League for a bit, and Aquaman seems to be friends. They seem to be friends. I really don't know too much about the law, so I'm just gonna leave it there. And if there's any comic book fans who watch this video, I am really sorry, but I wasn't really into a lot of superheroes, so I didn't read a lot of comics, and I still don't, to be honest. I've got a couple, maybe 2 at the most, but I definitely love films more. So why am I looking forward to seeing Aquaman is I really like the character. I think Aquaman is a good character, and I really have started to like a lot of different cultures in films. And I think the Polynesian culture is really beautiful, and I think it shows a different side of the world. And Aquaman is half, I'm just gonna say this, he is a merman. So he seems to be a really strong character, Aquaman, actually. But I thought when I had a superhero who's half human, half fish, merman, I thought, oh, that could be interesting, because I heard about this. I heard his name come up in our DC law and in the DC comic world. I thought, oh, that could be interesting. Sorry. But yeah, I thought, okay, go and see Justice League, and I thought, hang on, wait a sec. And I had just really got into Game of Thrones when Justice League came out, and I thought, no way, that's Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones. And I thought, okay, wow. He's a little bit intense. That's my honest opinion of him. But he's really quite funny. So I liked that they made him the way he is. Because I think I did see a few clips of the original Aquaman, and I think, sorry fans of the original, but I think this version is better, and it's already caused a few arguments between me and my mum. She likes the original version of Aquaman, but nah, I really don't like it. But I quite like this version, and the trailer seems to be really funny. But yeah, no, what else because I really don't want to find out too much before the film comes out. But I think Mira's gonna be really cool to see as well. She seems so strong and tough in her armor. And I think her colour scheme's really cool actually. I like green and gold on villains. Okay, so I'll leave Aquaman there, because I don't want to hear too many spoilers. But Mary Poppins, I've seen the 1950s films so much. I love Julie Andrews. I think she is awesome. I like the way you can tell what she's going to say just by looking at her and keeping with her eyes, just by looking into her eyes. And I think when I saw the biopic about Walt Disney and P.L. Travis, at first I thought, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy this, but I learned quite a bit about her. But I'll talk about that leading up to going to see Mary Poppins Returns, because I'm pretty sure we'll follow that story or have elements of that story in it. But what I think's gonna be good about Mary Poppins Returns is we actually see what Jane and Michael have been doing, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, who brought us Moana. Okay, now I've got the songs going in my head. I'm also psyched about going to Disneyland Paris. Oh, crikey. That's next month. Wow. Yikes. Okay, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what the characters excuse me, the characters are going to be like, because we've seen the ones who grew up with the Disney film knew what they were like as kids, but all the fans have been able to do up till this point, and up till the point is released, we will all be wondering, was Jane and Michael gonna be like as adults? And they seem to have turned out pretty awesome, because if you think back to the original film, they were kind of mischievous and a little bit cheeky, but nice enough kids. And I think it shows that love and letting kids be kids does really well for the personalities and self-esteem and all that stuff. So, and they've kind of changed the angle a wee bit from the trailer. It looks like Michael's an artist. I'm not too sure what Jane is. I think they're both artists in the trailer. But Emily Blunt looks amazing as Mary Poppins. I'm really looking forward to seeing her. I've seen a few of her films and she's a really good actress. I like how she can be tough in one type of film and be soft, sweet and tough in another type of film. Which is how I like my characters. I don't like the whole 1 or 2 dimensional characters so much, but I like a character that gets me thinking about what the backstory would have been. And what else? Oh yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's like another character, and I'm like thinking, wow, that's a good twist. So he's a composer and an actor, an activist and a producer. Does this guy ever sleep? I'm kind of curious if he ever actually takes a break and sleeps. I haven't seen Hamilton. I haven't been that lucky to go, but I'm hoping when it returns, or if it's still on by 2020, to go, because I would love to see Hamilton. I actually would. I've listened to the soundtrack. I think it's amazing. I learned a bit more American history than I thought I would. And sorry, getting off topic. Oh yeah, Dick Van Dyke. I was building up to say that. I think Dick Van Dyke as the original Bert is amazing. And I heard in one interview that half of the guys who played the chimney sweeps went dancers. So they learned how to do that scene, and that's one of my favourite scenes in the original film is step in time, kick your knees up, step in time. And I think, how on earth would anyone be able to do that now if they were just expected to know how to dance? You need to teach people these skills so that they can do what you want them to. And I think My favourite scene with Dick Van Dyke in the original is, well, I have a couple actually. I like him in the number Jolly Holiday. I think he's really funny. He's hilarious. And I think he's just brilliant the way he can be serious one minute and then be happy the next. I also like when he's the elder Mr. Dawes. He's quite funny in that, but I'm like thinking, okay, he kind of resembles Ebenezer Scrooge a wee bit with the money. But I also like him when he's been a bit cheeky to the police officer and he goes, "No charge." And the police officer just nods his head as if to say, yeah, you would have been chucked in the nick, mate, for that remark, or something along these lines. What else? What other scenes do I like him in? Step in Time. I've said that once, but I'll say it again. I really like him in the number Step in Time because he's just honestly brilliant. And well, I can't think what other films. I think I might go and see Fantastic Beasts, but I'm not too sure yet. But I still love the world of Harry Potter. But I don't know about this one, guys. I made another video sort of about this topic, but I'll just decide when it comes out on the cinema, because it will be on for a few weeks anyway. Sorry. What am I looking forward to on Netflix? There's only one series I've watched so far, and that's coming on, is Castlevania Series 2, and I love the way it's drawn. It's so beautifully animated. It's amazing. I love the characters. I think the voice actors for two of them, Thorin Oakenshield and Dwalin. I think Richard Armitage and Graham McTavish have really awesome voices, and those are the only two I've really heard about. I love how it's a cross between vampires, and witches. I think the witch characters or speaker magicians, they're really quite fun characters. But what I am looking forward to is seeing how the characters develop. When I first saw the advert for Netflix, I didn't really know if I would get into that because I kind of missed the start because I stopped Netflix for a while, so I just lost out. But I think my favourite character out of Castlevania is Trevor Beaumont and Alucard and Dracula. Why I like Dracula is this is a different take. He's quite a silent character really, but if you irritate him, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be so gentle with anyone. Yeah, this is a sort of different take on Dracula because we've seen the Gary Oldman version. We've seen Luke Evans as Dracula, and for the older ones, well, I haven't seen too much of Christopher Lee as Dracula, but I did watch one scene and I thought, oh my goodness, I can't watch him. He terrifies me. I'm more used to the Gary Oldman version because he's quite gentle, but he's also quite fierce at the click. He can turn quite nasty quite quickly, but he's kind of got that calm voice, Gary Oldman. And when he does snap, you jump like that, and especially if you're in an intense bit of the film. In Dracula, you really kind of like jump. And when I watched Graham McTavish as Dracula, I just was like, I didn't jump, but he made me feel quite uneasy, but also quite calm. And he kind of made me laugh a little bit. I won't talk about the scene he made me laugh, but it was quite funny because you don't expect Dracula to really show his funny side. There was a quote he said towards Lisa, the scientist who's prosecuted as a witch, that I find really quite funny. Trevor Guys, let me know, is it Belmont or Beaumont? Because I'm still trying to brush up on French names. And it sounds French. Anyway, put in the comment section below if you've seen Castlevania and keep me right, please. But Trevor, he's got a dark sense of humor. He's really quite funny, and he's also that sarcastic that when he says something, I just start laughing. I don't know if that's my weird sense of humor kicking in or if he's actually really funny. But Richard Armitage, he plays Trevor, and he's really quite funny. And I'll analyze the new characters in another video, so I'll do a separate video on them. But these are my three favourite male characters. What am I looking forward to coming back on the telly for next year? Game of Thrones. Okay, I'll do that last. Officially, my first two favourites are Poldark, Handmaid's Tale, and Game of Thrones. Oh no. I'm dreading Poldark ending because I'm really addicted now. I got into these shows very late, but I understand people have to move on and do other things, but oh man, I am really gonna miss seeing the sets of Cornwall because it looks like an absolutely beautiful, amazing country. And my mum and Nan really like Poldark as well. And so does one of my aunts. She's a big fan of Poldark, and I am so jealous of the people in Cornwall. Just out of curiosity, if there's anyone in Cornwall watching, how many different types of accents are there in Cornwall to learn? And if you know that, please put it down in the comments section below. And Cornwall, it looks a really beautiful country. I would genuinely like to visit there. And I am really gonna miss Poldark when it goes on, because Sunday nights, Poldark, and then The Handmaid's Tale an hour later. That was how I planned my weekend, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. But Game of Thrones, I thought, okay, that's gonna be intense, but it was really only for specific characters and storylines. But for Poldark, I was like thinking, okay, I'm gonna follow each and every one of the characters' storylines. It's a lot tamer than Game of Thrones, which I'm not overly into a lot of 18 stuff because I'm like really kind of squeamish. Not for blood, but just the subject matter in a lot of 18 films. But what I like about Poldark, other than the actors, if I'm being honest, is the language they use, the words they use. It's a mixture of beauty and romance, darkness and light, and all these amazing things, but it feels not of the time period. It looks so modern. It honestly does look modern, Poldark. But I thought when I first saw the trailer for series 2, because I had seen the Hobbit films by then, I thought, no way, is that? I thought, okay, wow, that is Keeley. He looks so different. And then I got in, I heard about his other films, and I had just got Being Human, and I thought, okay, he's really good. And Aidan Turner, I thought, okay, so he's played a dwarf, a werewolf, a vampire, and now a war captain. That's how I first started to recognise him, as a war captain, but now he's a soldier and a political activist. Handmaid's Tale, basically same way of Poldark and Game of Thrones, but politically it's really quite scary, and I want to see if it has a happy ending. But that's what I'm looking forward for the end of this year and going into 2019. So let me know, you guys, how many shows and films you're looking forward to seeing between this year and next year. And also, just let me know what you guys watch in general on Facebook. Not Facebook, sorry. Netflix. I am really tired, so I'm gonna go to ride or not to ride. But for now, I must bid you good night, and thank you for watching. Bye.